Some movies entertain, some movies thrill, and some movies, they change cinema forever. The Terminator isn't just a sci fi action film, it's a relentless nightmare, a high octane chase through the shadows of fear and fate. Today, we're breaking down why The Terminator is one of the greatest films ever made. Let's dive in. The first scene alone tells you everything you need to know. A cold, dead future, human skulls littered across the wasteland, crushed under the mechanical weight of Skynet's war machines. This isn't your average sci fi action flick, this is a war movie wrapped in horror. James Cameron pulls no punches. The machines don't just kill, they eradicate. And the moment that red eye flashes, you know humanity never stood a chance. Now, let's talk about introductions. The moment the Terminator arrives, it's pure dominance. He stands tall, naked, and unfazed, immediately asserting control. Meanwhile, Kyle Reese, he crashes in naked, in pain, and gasping for breath. One is a predator, the other, a desperate survivor. This contrast, it's what makes a Terminator more than just action. It's a David versus Goliath story, except Goliath is a bulletproof, emotionless machine. And just a side note, rest in peace to Bill Paxton, one of the three punks in the beginning of the film. He was one of the only men to die at the hands of a Terminator, an alien, and Predator. Also, you may recognize Brian Thompson. He's one of the other punks there at the beginning. Yeah, he's also, you may have seen him in movies as a night slasher in Cobra, one of the Germans in The Three Amigos, and then Buffalo Bob and Joe Dirt. Few scenes in action cinema build tension like Tech Noir. It's not just an 80s nightclub, it's a trap waiting to spring. The flashing lights, the pulsing music, Sarah completely unaware that death is walking toward her, and then boom, shots fired, chaos erupts. And right when she thinks it's over, the hand reaches out.
Come with me if you want to live.
This is the moment the Terminator goes from slow burn horror to full throttle action thriller.
I'll be back.
Now, if there's one scene that solidifies the unstoppable horror of the Terminator, it's the police station massacre. Up until now, maybe, just maybe, you thought the thing could be stopped. But as it marches through walls of cops, shrugging off bullets like mosquito bites, you realize this isn't a man, this isn't a soldier, this is death itself. The phrase, I'll be back, isn't just a cool line, it's a warning. Let's talk about Kyle Reese. This guy isn't just the hero, he's the definition of a war torn survivor. While the Terminator has raw power, Reese has sheer willpower. He's been fighting his entire life and against impossible odds. He still believes in something bigger than himself, Sarah Connor.
I came across time for you, Sarah.
Michael Bihn's performance sells the desperation, the trauma, but most importantly, the humanity that the Terminator lacks. He's a soldier who knows he's doomed, but he fights anyway. By the end, it's not about firepower, it's about survival. The Terminator is stripped of its human disguise, revealing the soulless metal endoskeleton beneath. And even with one arm ripped off, half its face missing, and reduced to a crawling husk, it still keeps coming. That's what makes it terrifying. It never stops. Sarah's final moment of victory isn't just a win, it's an evolution. She's now a battle hardened survivor. She isn't just Sarah Connor anymore, she's the mother of the resistance. And then, the ending. Sarah alone driving into a storm she knows is coming. She has a German Shepherd now, because in this world, dogs are the only warning system against Terminators. She's not just looking out for herself anymore, she's preparing for war. So, what makes The Terminator one of the greatest films ever made? It's the perfect blend of sci fi, horror, and action. It's a relentless chase movie, a story of survival, and a warning about the dangers of unchecked technology. It was made on a tight budget, yet it outshines blockbusters with 10 times its resources. The pacing, perfect. The tension, unmatched. The impact, legendary. This isn't just a movie, it's a blueprint for how to make an action film that stands the test of time. Now I want to hear from you. What's your favorite Terminator moment? Drop a comment below, and if you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button, subscribe, and join me for more deep dives into the greatest action movies ever made.
It can't be bargained with. It can't be reasoned with. It doesn't feel pity or remorse or fear, and it absolutely will not stop.